I wanted to bring the sense of grandness in a combination with believability. That comes also along with our attempt to make this ring as truthful as possible. We wanted to try to get past the frocks and bonnets and get into the real thing.
Thomas had this vision of an old-fashioned epic, like shot in Technicolor with lots of life, and we just didn't want to do another brown, muddy Victorian film. We did research, and you see the originals, you see originals, garments, clothing from the time, and they are in very, very surprisingly vivid colors. Like really, really electric blue, bright purple. I think in our subconscious we have an idea that it's a dull or sort of black, grey, charcoal paint, but it's not at all. There was a lot of colour.
Costume-wise, the whole look of it really was so brilliant.
It's so about getting into a look. A huge thing about going back in that time is being put in the costumes.
Bathsheba, she was a working woman. She's meant to be in the fields with her sleeves rolled up, and so it wasn't appropriate for her to have flowing locks and false eyelashes.
Really wanted her in Jodhpur from the top of the film to give that feeling that this is not your average Victorian woman, this is someone really radical.
She should never be fussy, she should never spend too much time on her appearance. But you also want her to look gorgeous, because all these men fall madly for her.
There are 3 men who fall in love with her, so she's got to look all right.
There's always 2 Bathsheba within the period. There is the Bathsheba work and the more formal, the mistress.
There was a real journey that went on with the costume, and the same with hair and makeup, was someone who didn't think at all about what she looked like to someone who wanted to be taken very seriously, and then someone who was wildly in love. So there were lots of different hair and makeup stages that we went through. And so, yeah, it was a sort of fine balance between trying to make sure that she seemed like a practical woman, but she also has her vanity.
We worked on the character Oak quite a bit. What I was looking for was sort of the essence of manliness.
What was very strong amongst the farmers of Dorset in this period was the smock. You get this beautiful actor, Matthias Schoenaerts, and he just couldn't put, you know, the accurate Dorset smock with the big collar on him. It was, I mean, when we said to Thomas, we were showing him because we bought an original one, and Thomas went, "Oh no, you're not gonna put Matthias in a dress." So we ended up using a French one, original from the period, really beautifully broken down, but a very simple shave.
Troy. This character, it's about uniform.
It's a red jacket with specific gold trims. We made him very, very fashionable. We wanted to keep him always sexy, really appealing, and that sort of man she had chosen.
Troy is vain, he's a peacock, you know, so I wanted him to be the one person who actually took care over his appearance and was quite vain.
Boldwood. We wanted to create this air of loneliness and sadness, yet combined with a sense of pride and strength.
Michael brought something really special to Boldwood. He was a gentleman farmer, but Michael felt he was very hands-on and that Boldwood would not be at all vain or interested in his appearance.
But he also looks very good. He looks very handsome, the slightly older man in this particular case.
The amazing people that have created those looks for us, that really, really helps you step into a character and you feel like you're in a different time.
Well, that's the fun part, is getting into the characters, to be honest. I just wanted it to feel really real, really natural. I wanted it to feel like these were country folk and that they did their own hair and they did their own makeup.
It can be dirty, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't have to be muddy. And that was something Thomas was very, very strong about. You know, he didn't want it to be grim, he wanted to be alive.